baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby. Hey, everybody. Welcome to 321 Ghost. Pretty good, huh?
It's good.
I'm your host with the Silent G, Kyle, and as always, joined by my fellow, well, they're not camp counselors. It's
Mm,
like a farm institute for behavioral health fellow patient, Natalie. Hey, Natalie, how are you?
doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. Um, Gosh, we are really into we're doing a lot of franchise series episodes to start the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say after like what, like 6 weeks,
Heavy.
7 weeks, we've done at least half of them, almost half.
hmm
But we're at a Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, Natalie.
Happy Friday the 13th. First of three.
I love that. And back to back too. We got one in March, so I'm
Ah,
very excited
so
about
good.
that.
But now we're just gonna fly through this franchise.
More excited about March and that Friday the 13th than this one, to be
Oh, for
honest.
sure. For sure.
Um, but hey, everybody, we are five Friday the 13th into our podcast, and we are talking about Friday the 13th, part five, A New Beginning. Not a welcome beginning, to be
For
honest,
a
but it
for
is,
a good beginning.
yeah, not a good beginning, and not even like a very different beginning, but I guess technically, yes, it is a new beginning. Here we
Yes, it
are.
is.
The guy that directed this movie, Danny Steinman,
Mm.
he got his big break doing the hardcore porno High Rise.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like how they get people, they're like, oh, you have a lot of this experience doing like teen dramas. Let's do this teen drama horror movie. You know, they were like, look, we don't the horror stuff we don't care about. The kills we don't really care about. Are you cool with people doing drugs?
Yeah.
And are you cool with boobs? And he's
Mhm.
like, bro, watch High Rise. Come on. I haven't seen that movie. I guess I haven't watched a lot of 70s pornos. Except for that one, just out of
They're special.
curiosity, just out of curiosity,
Of course.
of course, watched part of that Alice in Wonderland one. You remember that? From like the
No.
70s? Yeah, it's just
Mm-mm.
like under Alice in Wonderland, like I don't want to, it's not like a porn parody, like you've seen like really popular in like the like 90s and 2000s, you
hmm
know. Um if you want your eyes to just fucking just turn on you, there's the Simpsons one,
Oh God.
and it's like it's just like a trashy porno. They're just all like wearing yellow body paint.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and the body paint like wears off like as the
Yeah,
friction happens.
absolutely. That's what I was thinking.
So it's really upsetting, and honestly probably more terrifying than this movie by a long shot, to be
Wow.
honest. So we're five movies into this, and to be fair, I'm not gonna be super high on this one. I'm not gonna have a high
Mm,
rise for this movie.
wow.
Oh God, I was turning on that one the second that came out of my mouth, but I was like, let's just see it through.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. I can't expect every fifth entry in a horror franchise to be good. Look, or
Mhm.
or any honestly in any genre. Like we can't be Vin Diesel, right? We can't all
Mm,
be.
wow.
So and where's that? That's a series where the fifth one. Oh no.
The
Yeah,
fifth
the
one's
fifth one
good.
is the best one.
It's good.
Yeah, Fast Five. That's where you got the Rock showing up
Oh yeah.
with his goatee.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's really
good.
fun.
Yeah.
Um, I can tell you right now, this is the one I watched the least.
Same.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you know, we can spoil this one and we'll review the rules in a second here, but and it's okay, that we don't know much about this one. I don't think we ever really need to revisit this one much. I don't even know if I really feel obligated or compelled in any way to recommend this movie to anybody because Spoiler alert, it's not even fucking Jason. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, you really you could get through this franchise without watching this one. You just lose a little bit of, I guess, Tommy's story, but even then, I don't think you need it.
My wife, bless her heart, she was like, "Do you want me to come down and watch this with you?" And I was like, "If you want to." Um,
You should have
because
just been like, no.
because one, this movie I think really is the most like a clone of a clone of a clone kind of situation where like really it's it is so bare bones. People go, they have drugs, they have sex, they die.
Yeah.
So I feel like all of the critiques of this genre and 80s slashers and
Hmm.
its treatment of this weird like morality and especially like the violence towards women. It's like
Hmm.
I think you point a lot to this one in particular. Like, I'm not saying like I'm not dumb. The other movies are certainly guilty to some extent, sure. But I feel like this one in particular is bad. And then two, I was like, hey, nothing in this movie carries anything meaningful from the one before it, nor does it have any consequence or bearing on the one after this. So you could just skip this one entirely, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that this one, much to what you're saying, it takes all the slasher tropes and just simplifies them like to just the most simple version of, like you're saying, morals, drugs, sex, death. I think that maybe there was something written in the wardrobing that like no one is allowed to wear a bra. Like I'm all for, if you don't want to wear a bra, great. You don't need to. I don't always wear a bra, but they were not allowed to wear bras, I feel like, in this wardrobe. And just there's just so much wet shirt and just all the things going on that are just unnecessary. Like it just doesn't make sense. But
I think the
yeah.
only the only woman wearing a bra in this movie is probably Pam because one,
No,
she's on the clock, she's working, and then two, um, they're just like, well, let's get like a real thin white shirt over it and get her out in the pouring rain.
but she's not wearing a bra by the time that happens. This full nipple, like color and everything. Like she might as well not be wearing a shirt.
Maybe I was watching the standard definition version. I don't know. I didn't see that, nor was I looking, to be
Oh,
fair. I mean, I'm
that
kind of a gentleman.
well, as soon as I realized that this was really like really a boob heavy movie, then I started noticing no one was wearing bras and then I was like, "Oh, at some point it's gonna rain. It always does in a Friday the 13th movie." So, I was like, There's got to be Pam's running around in a white shirt. Come on." It it's too much. So yeah, this is definitely so much cast, very simplified, and not enough Jason quotation marks.
Yeah, really any Jason at all.
Yeah.
Um, this movie has been nominated for two awards, one
Mm.
from the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films, and the Satellite Awards, but with a big asterisk, with a big grain of salt, because
What is it for?
it's like it's nominated for like best DVD and Blu-ray collection or best DVD extras, and it's like for the whole collection of Friday the 13th
Oh,
movies. So this
that's
one,
that
you
doesn't count.
know, yeah, just like a child left by some counselors, floating in the lake, it's buoyed by, the tide lifts all boats. Tide lifts all little rowboats for Jason to pop out of. I don't know where I'm going.
This has a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes also.
Who are the people that came out of that and said like, this is good. Let's keep it coming.
15% of who saw it,
Yeah,
apparently.
people that like boobs and hate bras. Yeah, they're just
That's
like, this is
them.
good.
They're the ones.
Um, I don't think anyone really of note is in this. Geez, I don't know. Melanie Kinnaman, who plays Pam. I don't know. She was in Hill Street Blues for some episodes. Shavar Ross, who plays Reggie, was in Different Strokes.
Oh, yeah, he was. I knew he looked,
He was
I
the
thought he only
friend.
looked familiar for this, but yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So, mm, I don't know. Yeah. And then you've got this one dude who plays, there's a John Shepard who plays Tommy Jarvis. This is the only returning character for
Mm-hmm.
this movie, and it's played by somebody different. You do get Corey Feldman in a quick cameo, but this movie is supposed to take place many years after Friday the 13th Part 4. However, probably only came out like what, like a year or two later, a year maybe, because Corey Feldman still looks the same as he did in Part 4.
Yeah, it says that Tommy is supposed to be 15 in this movie.
He looks
He looks
25.
yeah, he looks 25. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. That haircut's really fun. Was that like a common 80s haircut? I feel like that, like, I know there were like mullets and stuff, but that still looked a little choppy.
It's not a great haircut. Like this actor that plays Tommy is a little bit rough. He's got a great body. I appreciate that they give you a moment without his shirt on, but he he doesn't look anything like Corey Feldman either. Like I'm not buying them as the same person. They could have tried to pick somebody who looked a little bit more like him.
Yeah, he's got this kind of like, reserved, nerdy, I guess kind of like a comp, even though maybe it'd go the other way around, is like kind of like a Billy the Blue Ranger situation where kind of nerdy, kind of weird, but has a six pack.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the best
So,
kind.
yeah. Before we hop into the plot of this movie, this is another franchise. So, Natalie, what are the rules? I feel like everyone should be very well versed in our franchise rules given the
Yeah.
number of episodes we've done so far to
It's
start the year.
it's been franchise after franchise after franchise. This one's a little bit different though because we've kind of incorporated the rules of our franchise series as we've been going along with this franchise. And now that they're going to start getting a little bit closer together, we're going to go through three of them this year. We'll tighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
So, as always with any franchise, we're not spoiling any future films. So, we're on part 5, so obviously we can talk about the first one, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. I said part 1 twice. It's okay.
Yeah,
We
you
can
did.
talk about it extensively. Then, so no spoilers. Okay. Then, of course, we'll always share our boo score. We started ranking these movies, I think, in the last part 4 episode. So we've got a ranking and we're going to keep adding to that. So we've
Okay.
been ranking them. I mean, we kind of rank them by boo score anyway. And then I think we should share our favorite kill. There's a lot of kills in this, but not a lot of like there's a lot of kills, but there's not a lot of killing
There's a lot of dead
on screen.
bodies.
There's a lot of dead bodies. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Agreed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And
Oh
Jason
yeah.
doesn't talk, so he doesn't get a favorite quote.
Yeah. Just oh yeah, he doesn't talk in this one. Yeah, we don't get yeah, Jason doesn't get a quote.
He
Just
never talks.
he doesn't even make like a grumble sound.
No, he doesn't make any sounds. I
Hmm.
like it that way though.
Yeah, me too.
No,
All
that's
right,
it.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to hop into this movie.
Let's do it.
Sweet. So you do get this dream sequence at the beginning, where you get that Corey Feldman cameo.
This is cute. I like that they did that.
Yeah, I thought that was good. You've got these two like kind of comical grave robbers that are like, "Yeehaw, let's go, let's go catch him." Let's go dig up this body, buddy.
Yeah,
It's like
they're having
it.
so much fun.
What's that like? I'm so sorry. I don't know. Is it like maybe it's um like Ichabod and Mr. Toad, I think. I've got this vision of like
That's the
these like
vibe.
60s, 70s, like these like cartoon like grave robbers. You
Yeah,
know,
probably something like that.
maybe it's from that movie, I forget, but it gives me that vibe. And I'm like, why are they
Mhm.
doing this? And then two, they it just starts off, it's a lot for me because first of all, they don't bury Jason. Like basically they just like put him kind of in the ground. I know the recommended like depth is 6 feet, but like
Hmm.
they didn't even do that. It was literally like an inch under the ground. And honestly, if it's Jason, like if you can dig a little
Oof.
deeper, I say just go for it and do that,
Like
right?
like put him in a steel coffin. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's the dirt is elevated like it's freshly buried. So they didn't even put that box all the way into the ground. They were just like, oh, fuck it. Just pile some dirt on top of it. It'll be fine. No one will dig up this very infamous killer's body out of curiosity.
And then also burying an infamous killer, like what? We're probably at what, 70, 80 deaths at this point. Like like he's a fucking pharaoh. They bury him like with his mask and with his machete and all of his things to just get along with killing the second he gets a chance. Literally,
He's
they open
ready.
and he's ready. He's right there.
He has his
I think
machete
in
buried.
hand. Someone had to place it in his hand when they buried him in there. I get it, it's a dream, but still.
Yeah, but it's his favorite thing. So yeah, it is like he's a pharaoh.
Yeah. So, he kills the both of them, turns to Tommy, who's watching through the bushes. Um, Jason comes up to him, is about to swing, and then we flash. It's a dream. And then we see Tommy at age 15. So, what, probably 8 years later, something like that.
Hmm.
I don't know, seven,
No.
6 years later.
He looks
Because
like
he's like 10 in the last one.
anywhere from 10 to 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this scene, like when he comes to, because he comes to and he's in the back of this car, and then it cuts to the credits, like the opening credits. I feel like they did that one scene too late. I feel like Jason should raise his thing, slash, bam, credits, and then you see him like wake up and come to. I don't know. It felt very, the pacing was weird here for me.
Does it wait, is it after he wakes up in the car? I thought it was right after he takes a swing at little Corey Feldman.
Yeah, that's why it's so weird, right? Because it feels more
Oh.
natural to cut to credits right then, but
Mm-hmm.
he like makes his cut and then it's like, he wakes up and he's in the back of this car being taken to this institute,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're just like, shut up back there, and then credits, a new beginning. So, um, so like I said, flash forward and Tommy's in the back of this car being taken to a mental health facility, um, called Pinehurst Hospital, Pinehurst Institute. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
not really like a behavioral health hospital. It's a house.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's like a summer camp or like a farm or something where like they make them like work outside like collecting oranges and shit and like
Like I
chopping
think
logs and
I think
I don't
everyone
know.
does their part to like keep the household running because the doctor, I don't remember if it's the doctor or if it's Pam, says that it's a way for them to get used to life on their own,
Yeah.
just with no money and jobs.
And then I don't think it says it anywhere in particular in the movie, but at least on the Wikipedia page and some summaries, it's supposed to be at Crystal Lake or by Crystal Lake.
Oh, interesting.
To which I'm
They
like,
don't
why?
mention that.
No. But I'm like, why would you do that? And then even then, taking Tommy to a place like this, it's like, I mean, I'm sure, yeah, it's free labor. So I suppose that's, I would assume that's Matthew's main goal here, who runs the place. But they're just like, oh, don't worry. This is like, yeah, sure. This is kind of like a summer camp. Yeah, this is I think pretty close to Crystal Lake. Yeah. We're with a bunch of people who've demonstrated that they can be kind of violent sometimes, but we also let everyone kind of run free. Trust me, this is going to be a good situation for you.
Yeah.
Don't
Everything
even worry.
everything's going to be perfect. Oh, you know what? The sheriff does mention he knows who Jason Voorhees is and he knows who Tommy is. So it must be relatively local.
Right, exactly. I don't
Yeah.
know. But you're right, where it doesn't say it. I don't think he says it outright, or maybe the sheriff does at
Mm-mm.
some point later when he's talking with the mayor. I think it's the mayor of that
Hmm.
town. Whatever. But so Tommy arrives, and gets greeted by Pam, who's one of the counselors. I was thinking there was going to be some sort of like Superman, Batman, Martha situation where like her name is Pamela on purpose to be named
Oh,
after Pamela Voorhees. Like
got
I
it.
thought she was gonna like, or be like Pam, and then, just I don't know if you know the Batman movie I'm talking about, the Ben Affleck one. It's really bad. But when they realize their moms have the same name and they go like Martha. Oh, I have a mom named Martha. Maybe we can be super friends. And basically, I don't remember anything else about it, but I
Wow.
thought it was going to be like someone's going to say like Pam, or like later in the movie go Pamela. And then like Jason would like stop, and get like
Oh
distracted by
yeah.
it.
Yeah, they
But I
probably
guess
shouldn't have named her Pam.
yeah, I thought that was convenient. They're like, we only have so many white lady names.
Yeah,
I guess we have to circle back to
we've
start
used
naming
so
them
many.
the same character names from the last few movies. Like, no one's gonna notice. Who
Yeah.
cares? I mentioned Matthew, who also is the other staff member that runs this place, who's got kind of like you know, kind of like a hip, pastor summer camp vibe to him. Um, and then you've got the cook. I forget the cook's name.
Is that the grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So I'm
don't
just gonna
remember his
so I'm
name
just
either.
so I'm just gonna call him Grandpa.
That's fine.
Yeah. And his son Reggie, your grandson Reggie, who is a child, like a
Mhm.
child, who just runs around and calls everyone nuts, which is,
In
and they're
bad
just like,
taste.
what can you do? We're all, I just don't
Hmm.
think this is a real facility. I was waiting for this to be like some sort of like, free labor cult kind of situation. I was expecting a cult.
Oh, I don't know that this movie was gonna go that deep or complex.
I guess it's kind of wishful thinking that it would just
Yeah.
go any deeper. Not like unlike Jason's Grave, and maybe that was a foreshadowing of like this is as deep as this movie's gonna get. Is like
Yeah.
maybe like an
Jason's
inch.
grave.
Yeah, and it basically level with the ground is where we're at. Um, who else do we meet here? So like Tommy's in this new place, he's getting settled. Um, you do have this meet up with Reggie, who they kind of exchange some scary pranks. Like first, like Reggie's got like the rubber spider, and he's like, "You're not afraid of a
Hmm.
rubber spider. You're not afraid of a rubber spider on a string, are you?"
I know.
And then Tommy's like, "Hey, remember that mask thing that we brought up for 2 seconds and then dropped completely in the last movie?
We brought it back, baby.
For another few seconds, only to be dropped again completely, more or
It's just
less."
to it's just to make him a red herring that he has this like obsession with masks, I think.
Yeah, no, I think so too. And literally, that's the only thing in his backpack. He just brought all of his masks. I mean, I guess they're gonna have
No
like,
clothes.
stuff there for him, but I don't know.
Clothes?
Yeah, maybe not clothes. He's like, that's all I wear is this mask. The mask and nothing else. And again, like these these are supposed to be mental health patients, right? That have like a shit
Hmm.
ton of trauma, but like none of the kids really act that way unless you're like Vic or some shit.
Yeah,
Everyone's
he's the only one. I feel like when I was
like,
watching this, I was thinking about other movies that we've watched that have taken place, whether it be 70s, 80s, even in the 90s. If people just have trauma, they're just put into a mental health institution
yeah.
instead of just therapy. Like most of these kids seem like they're able to function normally. They're doing great with each other. Maybe they annoy each other a little bit because they're adolescents, but other than, you know, fucking wood chopping McGee over there, like everybody seems relatively normal.
Yeah, I'm like, and you don't learn anything about anybody anyway. So it's like, what
Mm-mm.
is Jake in there because he's got a stutter? Like, what is this
Yeah,
about?
exactly. Like
Is Vi
the
in
other
there
girls,
because she just, bleaches her hair?
yeah, well, I was like, because she's goth, maybe.
Yeah. It's like none of these kids are wearing bras. Lock them up.
Yeah, they're wild.
And again, it feels basically, and it's weird calling them like, yeah, like mental health patients, but it's like I feel like I just kept wanting to call them counselors because I'm like, I don't know. It feels like we're at a summer camp. We're in the woods. We're by a body of water. These kids are off having sex. Like, I think even you're introduced to a
Mm-hmm.
couple of them because like the sheriff rolls up and he's like, "Oh, we keep finding
Yeah.
kids fucking in the other farm," and they're just and it's not
They
even
have
like
beds. Like, why don't y'all just fuck in the house?
I guess maybe it's just the thrill of it, or maybe just wanting
Maybe.
to get a little some
Get a little
dirt
dirty.
on your bottom. I don't know, a little dirty, dusty wood bottom. I don't know. Um, and then you also meet the sheriff too, and the sheriff is there for like two scenes to be useless, but that's okay.
Would you rather have there been less kills in this movie and had spent more time with some of these kids to learn a little bit about why they're there?
In this case, yes, because it's not like the kills are
They're very
great by any
unremarkable.
means. Yeah. So I'm like,
Hmm.
if all the kills are fucking rad, then I'm like, oh, then yeah, I don't need to learn about any of them. Who cares? They're dead.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you're gonna, I don't know, this movie, like, and I get it, maybe, or like, I'm just like, there's too many characters, but I'm like, no, they just need to keep throwing characters at the screen because you just want to see them die. And so we're
Yeah.
just gonna be like, hey, here's a person, you know them for 2 seconds. That doesn't matter. They're
But
dead.
we don't see them die.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, off-screen deaths. Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh.
This movie has like something
Exhausting.
like 20 something deaths in it, I think total. At least that's what Google AI told me. Um, but yeah, so many of them are off screen or in dreams. You're just kind of like,
Hmm.
this isn't Jason. And already you're feeling this. I'm just like this, like again, this
Didn't feel like him.
just as the character himself, this movie is very much just Jason Light, you
Yeah.
know. We also because you can't have a Friday the 13th movie without some, toothless country bumpkins, right?
Oh
You also get this mom and her adult son,
my gosh.
who are very fun in this movie. Terrible, but very fun. I wish there was honestly, I wish there was more with them.
I do too, but also w let's not forget, I've said
Uh-huh.
this before a long time ago because I just discovered this recently within the past like 3 years. This is supposed to be New Jersey. Like Camp Crystal Lake is in New Jersey. I have never met anyone like these people from New Jersey.
You're just not going deep enough in the woods.
Apparently not. They feel just very southern.
And very NIMBY. They're very like, oh, we knew there were going to be issues having this place here. But it's not even like it's issues of safety. It's just like kids want to go off and fuck in the woods. Like that doesn't seem
Yeah.
like that big a deal.
Yeah. I mean, would I want random teenagers fucking in my yard? No. But it wouldn't be enough for me to be like riding my bike over there, like fighting with the cops, you know?
Right. The sheriff is like, Matt, you got to work with us. So let's, try to keep things under control here. And that new kid better not be weird either. And Matt's like, oh yeah, dude, absolutely, he's good. Don't even
He's
worry.
doesn't cause any problems, won't say a word.
Yeah. So we get our first actual kill in this movie in the next scene, and we meet Joey, who again, near 30-year-old playing a teenager, I think, just kind of bopping around with his candy bar, just getting just
Mhm.
chocolate hands all over everything.
Like a teenager that acts like a small child.
Yeah. Oh, he's like I'm just doing like a rewatch of The Simpsons.
Mhm.
And he's very much like, yeah, like Ralph Wiggum, like type,
Yeah.
yeah, the Chiefs kid. Um just bopping around. And like at first, like I think trying to be nice. And I think even like the girls, like while they're doing like hanging up laundry, are like trying to be nice to him. But then he's like, well, no, let me help, and I'll just wipe my chocolate all over the sheets.
Ugh.
Over white sheets, bro.
White sheets. Come
Come
on.
on.
That was so stressful to watch. It's the scariest part of the movie.
Yeah. Because then you're gonna wipe chocolate all over this, and now you're never gonna get that stain out, and everyone's gonna know what that looks like, at least.
Yeah, those white sheets are done. They're done. They're trash. Yeah, it lucky that he's the first one to go because he's annoying as fuck.
Oh, he's annoying, but I'm like, I don't know. He still seems pretty harmless. So he's like, all right, fine, I won't talk to you, ladies. And he goes over and talks to Vic. And the only thing we ever see of Vic is just angrily. Again, I know they're trying to, this is like a new agey situation where they're
Yeah,
trying to like
for
help
sure.
people just, I don't know, be out and open. I get it. You don't want to lock people in fucking hospitals. That's awful. But do you have to give him an axe? You know?
Like a legit weapon.
Yeah, because all it takes, and he's angry even before fucking
Oh,
Joey walks up.
furious. I would have seen how angry Vic is overall and been like, you know what, Vic? Maybe if you want to hand the axe over to me, we're gonna have someone else do the wood chopping and you're gonna go do the laundry with the ladies.
Like it's wild that they let this go on long enough because like at least Vic like tries to like tell him like get the fuck away from me. I am in my
Hmm.
angry axe mode, and Joey just won't let it go. It's again these exchanges they're just so like stilted and but it's I still enjoy the interactions.
Yeah.
But
I
so he
wish there was
turns her
more of it.
I do too. Well, you just said you wanted less of Joey and you're glad he's gone.
No, less not of Joey specifically, but interactions between the kids that live in the house.
Yeah. Um see, you could have called this Friday the 13th Part 5 Justice for Joey. And it'd be true.
Justice for Joey.
And
Can you imagine?
and you're like, okay, this is weird. And then you go in and watch the movie, and then you're like, this is fucking Joey. We have to. Why is this person important to this?
Hmm.
Um, he turns around, Vic takes an axe and puts it right in his fucking back. And again, there's there's a few staff on site, a couple at least. And not only do they let this argument like escalate, but they allow this guy with an axe, also by the way, to fucking not only just take an axe to this guy, but like once you see the body, he has hacked into
Oof,
him multiple times and like cut
multiple
limbs
times.
off. Like one arm is just off. They just threw it like on a pile, like on his back, just like, it's gonna keep
Yeah,
it all together.
just
That arm's rolling away. Get that back over here.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Um, fucking. So we've got a death here. The paramedics arrive. Um, We've got two paramedics. We've got one guy who's calling the rest of them pussies for not being upset or for being upset by a chopped up body.
And an arm just like piled on top of the chopped up body.
Yeah.
Just
And then you got another paramedic. His name is Roy, Natalie, and he
mhm.
is seems visually just perturbed by this.
Yeah,
A little shaken.
yeah.
But hey,
Eh,
Roy, just do your job, Roy.
yeah, we'll see him what for 5 seconds, maybe less.
Yeah. He
Roy
pops in
gets
and
screen time.
just looked up and just winked at the camera, like right at us. I actually probably would have appreciated that a little bit more.
Yeah, because you'd be like, "Whoa, what's that about?"
And then any scene he's in, because he's only in like three. Like this one, when they find the two guys that die next, and then I
Hmm.
think at the end, at the
Hmm.
reveal. The other thing too, we also learned that Joey, poor Joey, is an
Fuck Joey.
orphan, and I guess has always been an orphan. And no, and they even say like, oh, no one knows where he just disappeared. Who knows? I don't
Yeah, well,
know.
he's an orphan, so they were like, "We ain't got nobody to call.
Yeah, so we'll just
Wipe
kind of
my
just
hands, wipe my hands clean of this.
yeah, we just dump these parts in the trash. We're
Clean
okay.
hands, dirty sheets."
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, can you at least like wrap them in those chocolate sheets, since they're already wasted sheet with his blood on it,
There you go.
Yeah. So we get our next kills with those I don't know what to call them. They're wearing leather jackets, so I call them greaser kids, but
It feels
whatever.
like the wrong decade for that, but they do look like greaser kids. Like he even has like a little patent leather like cap.
I mean, there's greaser kids in Twin Peaks, and that was like what, like 5 years
Well,
later?
Twin Peaks kind of has a weird time fluidity to it.
True. Um, so these guys, just two random ass guys. I don't think they even have names. Their car broke down in the woods. Um, One goes off to take a piss. The other one's working on the car. The one that works on the car does get, I'd say, a pretty cool death. You get the flare in the mouth.
That's a fun one. Yeah, I like the flare in the mouth.
It's just with this one, and there are a couple kills that are cool. It's just like, just like, and maybe it's budget or you didn't want to see how fake it is, but I'm just like, oh, I would love to just kind of linger on it just a little bit longer. I
Yeah,
feel like they
especially
cut
flare
away.
mouth.
Yeah, I want to see like his eyes like light up and like a whole fucking thing and watch him fall to
Hmm.
the ground like with it like in his mouth. Like I think that would look
Maybe his
fucking
eyes
cool.
like start to burn from the heat that's
Ooh,
coming up through his face.
ooh, or just like bubble and pop.
I
That'd
don't
be
think they had
fun.
the budget for that, but that's one of my biggest it's one of my biggest gripes with this whole franchise is that
Uh-huh.
as soon as I'm like into a kill, it cuts away.
Yeah.
It's a common thing, but this one is especially bad for that.
The next day, the sheriff and the deputies find the bodies, and they're worried that a killing spree might be starting. And then
Why do we think these guys got killed?
who knows? Because then yeah, they're like,
Just they
oh
were
man,
around?
this might be a killing spree. And then like Roy, who's also there, collecting the bodies, just pokes his head up from the side of the screen, being like, "Oh, I thought you were talking to me." Hmm. And then just goes back to his thing.
Because they realize he's not in this movie at all. So like, where can we just add him in?
Yeah. I just don't. The killer's Roy, everyone, by the way.
Yeah, it's
But
Roy.
it's it makes no sense why those people die. I don't understand
Yeah.
why Roy is killing anybody, and we'll get there. Or at least everybody. I mean, okay, maybe a few if he really wants. If it's a
It
revenge thing,
if it was a revenge thing, kill the doctor and Pam, probably.
sure. Or Vic, who
Well,
killed
Vic
them.
is in jail though.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know. Find a way to go kill him in jail. Is Vic
True.
the
I
only
mean,
one that
yeah.
survives? No, Vic dies. Right? Yeah.
No, we don't
Right.
see Vic die.
Oh, that's it. Okay. He doesn't die
Yeah,
like in the back. They don't find him like dead in the back of a car.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
maybe not. I'm getting him mixed up with the random ass dude that like shows up at the hillbilly house, like wanting to like do
Mm-hmm.
errands and then pervs later on.
Yeah.
But again, way too
Another
many
person,
characters.
another person to just be killed.
So the mayor finds out and he's just like, this is a small town. Why? Why are there so many goddamn murders? You got to do something, man. And the sheriff is like, I'll tell you who did it. It's fucking Jason Voorhees. He's back. I like how just like any murder is just like, oh, it's got to be Jason.
Definitely Jason.
Yeah.
What else could he be up to?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Finding like dude like, with his fucking head just singed right the fuck off,
Hmm.
having a flare, that's pretty bad. I'd be like, that might be some Jason shit.
That might be that might be him, but he does like a machete butt
Yeah.
in a
The other,
pinch.
yeah, yeah. And then the other guy, I think, got his throat slit. A
Yeah.
lot of throat slicing in this one.
Hmm. Busy with that machete.
Well, and it's like, for throat slicing, unless you're coming at someone from the front, I feel like a machete isn't your best option for slitting throats,
No, absolutely not. It's
right?
very extravagant. Like the angle that you'd have to hold that large of a knife at.
Right. So the sheriff's like, it's Jason, it's gotta be. And the mayor's like, bro, god damn it.
We've been through this.
Yeah, can you get me a real suspect? Thank
Yeah.
you. Back at the institute, Sweaty Tommy is having visions and nightmares. He's still seeing Jason just pop up, just standing in corners and outside his window. She, ha ha ha, as they do. Um,
Which is fun because as the audience, you're like, wait, is Jason really there or is he hallucinating? Tommy's the only one that really needs to be in this house.
yeah, he's the only one I mean, I guess because he's the newest one, and maybe just this program works. Like maybe if he was there for like a week or two, he'd be okay. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Um, the rest are meeting around the breakfast table, all struggling a little bit, coping after Joey's death.
Hmm.
Um, you have this like quick fight between Eddie and Tommy. Um, and I'm sorry, I'm not listing off everyone's names because just who cares? I'm gonna say I
It
know their
doesn't
names
matter.
and I'll say them, but it does not
Yeah.
matter. Um,
Tommy and Pam are really the only people you need to remember.
maybe Reggie.
And Reggie, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but they have this quick fight between them. I think just to demonstrate that Tommy is physically, can be some sort of a threat, or he has some violent tendencies in him.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think just to kind of establish him as a red herring
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. And he could fight.
Yeah. And again, so there's a couple staff members here, and then one guy, I don't know, do you just call him like not like the orderly? He's just the van driver. He's the one that just picks up people and brings them there. But like every
He's like the
movie,
shuttle driver.
yeah, it's like every movie has some like weird, kooky country bumpkin character, and then every movie has some sort of like slithering, shitty like nurse or morgue
Uh-huh.
assistant
Yeah.
or yeah, and that's what this guy plays. Um, and so we introduce him earlier. I think he says some like weird pervy stuff, and then now we've got
Oh
this
yeah.
second scene where we're gonna kill him.
Of
Um,
course.
Again, very clear. He's got to die, and we know he's going to die because well, he goes and picks up some woman, Laura, Lana, whatever.
Lana.
Yeah, a diner waitress. Um, she's getting ready. What does she do? I forget what she says when she just like
Oh,
flashes herself in the
it's
mirror.
showtime.
It's showtime. It
I was
just
like, no woman has done that.
yeah. And what's his face? And he's doing drugs in the car. So
Of
you got
course. Yeah.
boobs, you got drugs,
Yeah.
someone's coming.
Yeah. Perfect, perfect situation.
Right. So gosh, he dies. He gets like what, like a cleaver or an axe to the skull. A lot of
Hmm.
axes to skulls too
Yeah.
in this one. So he's dead. She comes out. She gets stabbed through the gut. They're dead.
She
Okay.
gets the
Bye.
axe.
Does she?
Right
Okay.
to like kind of like
To the gut.
in between chest and stomach. And then she's
Right.
like laying there with the axe sticking out of her, which is a cool shot.
And, bye, Lana. You had nothing to do with any of this.
I know, poor Lana. Like she was just there.
Yeah. I
The,
mean, you shouldn't be letting that cat just go outside like that. Outside pets are not, just don't let your cats just run free outside. It's not
I don't
good.
think it's her cat. It's just the local diner cat.
It just sneaks its way inside.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you know what? Okay, I'm thinking about this now. Now I'm starting
Okay.
to like get into the mentality of Roy here
Love this.
because if you're going on this revenge kill spree, or there's only maybe a few people that you want to kill. So let's say he did what I said earlier and he only went after Pam and Matthew for running this facility and then maybe targets Vic somehow. Obviously, it could tie it back to Roy as a revenge kill. But if he dresses up as Jason, if you dress up as Jason, you got to walk the walk. So he's like, all right, every single person that I encounter, I got to kill because that's what Jason Voorhees would do. I'm assuming they have some data on his behaviors at this point. And he's doing it out of tradition. And, it'll help him not get caught because then people will be like, oh, that was Jason. We saw him if they
Hmm.
survive.
True. You know what? Yeah, I like that. It's smart.
I kind of, it makes it make more sense that he would just kill all these random people.
I guess why take the moniker of like Jason and or
Hmm.
take the whole, aesthetic, of
Hmm.
Jason. And I wonder, he must have known that Tommy Jarvis was a patient there at that place, right? He's like, oh man, this is going to be
I
awkward. Maybe
guess.
not. There's so many 70s serial killers and 80s serial killers to choose from. I just feel like it'd be a little messy just being Jason. But I guess he's like, hey, look,
Yeah,
I think we're in Crystal Lake. No one says it
we're
outright.
nearby.
but at least nearby. Yeah, I think reasonable doubt people could be like, well, yeah, it's probably Jason. I mean, people tried
Hmm.
to kill that fucker 4 fucking times and he was still walking. So what makes us think
Exactly.
that this time would be any different?
Exactly.
Yeah. So the next day, now we're on to Eddie's death and Tina's death. So Eddie got in that fight with Tommy earlier on, and then Eddie and Tina were the two that the sheriff pulled in because they were having sex in someone else's farm.
Mhm.
Um, and they're just off to do it again. Fucking everyone's doing laundry a lot.
Yeah,
So
there's I mean
isn't that what she's doing?
it's a full ass house. You know what though? In the IMDb synopsis, the plot synopsis, it describes them as the nymphomaniac couple.
Oh,
Just
really?
because they like to go off in the woods and fuck, I was like, okay, well in that case all teenagers are nymphomaniacs.
Yeah. And like I get it, they have a bed, but also there's staff, and then also like kids are also always trying to find weird places to have sex.
It's true. Yeah.
You know, the kids will sacrifice comfort to get laid,
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. We've all been there.
Yeah. So they go, and again, they can't just go off and have sex in the woods. Eddie's got to be like, "Hey, I've got some drugs. You want to do some drugs too?"
Yeah.
Just to, check, check. Okay,
Do some drugs, flash some boobs.
they deserve it.
Hmm.
Um, these are probably two of the better deaths in the movie.
Oh, for sure.
So first you get this pervert guy who was also visiting the the hillbilly mom and kid. I hope
Hmm.
is hillbilly like a slur?
No.
Okay. If
It
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 if
has
it
to do with
is,
white people. We're good.
yeah, if it is, I'm sorry everybody. I don't know what the I don't know what else. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. So, you know what? The movie does enough
Yeah.
in perpetrating stereotypes
Hmm.
of people that live in the woods
Dumb.
and they're just constantly a little dirty. I don't know. But so Jason kills this random ass dude, so who's there and gone, it doesn't matter, and then kills them. Well, and then of course, right, she's got to be topless, like laying down, just
Hmm.
completely naked, and he takes like I don't know, are they fucking like garden shears, like right into her
Yeah.
fucking eyeballs?
I know. I
Oh,
thought from the angle that they give, it looks like he's going for her neck, but
yeah.
it's the eyeballs.
That's what I thought too. In my notes, I put, yeah, I had to delete it. Like, as it goes for the neck. And then
Hmm.
when Eddie comes back and finds her, turns her body over. Oh man, that's hard. He goes up and he's just like, "Hey babe," gives her a kiss and then rolls her over and that's pretty bad.
Oh. Yeah, that's
Um,
pretty bad. He's probably is he the only one who sees a body before getting killed?
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and clever that they went for the eyes instead of the neck because then it would have been more visible that she was dead.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a fun fake out.
And then again, his kill would have been probably the best.
Hmm.
But again, like they cut away. Like I wanted to see something crushing in because he like takes what this like leather strap,
Yeah.
fucking pulls Eddie against the tree, wraps his head around it, and then like for like torque, it's
Yeah.
just like uses a piece of metal to like crank it so it like crush it like a tightening a belt around his skull in the
Yeah.
tree. And I wanted to see just fucking shit spilling out because I thought that would be the messiest, best death.
Yeah, it the the concept of the kill is definitely really cool. I also would have liked to see just pressure, 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 and then maybe just blood, just
Yeah,
like to signify that something is like popping or breaking. Or if maybe you don't show it and maybe we hear like a little skull crack or something like that, just a little
something.
bone, like is like something to just signify like moment of death. But I do think that this is a good kill, and it's just too much cutting to the twisting of the stick because we get it. Like after we see it like the first two times, we get what's happening. I would have liked to see more of his face.
Because that's what you do, like when like if someone's like bleeding like a fuck ton from like, their arm or leg or something, like,
Mm,
taking like this like first aid CPR kind of class. And it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, you just use whatever you can and like rip off like a t-shirt. And like if you have some sort of stick to use, you wrap it and you just crank. And then
Yeah.
you're supposed to
You get the
fucking
tightness.
tighten it like all the way to the bone,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is wild. Yeah. But reminded me of that. Yeah, yeah, just give me a little crunch.
Yeah, little crunch, crack,
Yeah.
break.
So that night, Pam is taking Reggie to also. So little Reggie, also his brother, whose name is Demon,
I
lives
love that.
by. Um, so Pam's like, okay, I'll use staff time to go take you to see
Yeah.
him for a little bit, who lives in a van at a trailer park.
Yeah.
And then they convince Tommy to come along. Honestly, Demon's probably the most entertaining character in the movie.
Absolutely. He has the most personality. He's probably the best actor too. Like he's owning it, you know? I like it. Yeah. And I like his situation. Like he's like, you want pizza? You want a hot dog? Like he's got like multiple different types of cuisine just in the van.
It feels like they rightfully declined though when he
Yeah.
offered. Um, so Tommy just goes and like waits outside by the truck, and Pam and Reggie are just like hanging out with Demon, and I forget the name of Demon's girlfriend.
Yeah, me too.
Um, but I like how Reggie's like, "Oh yeah, this is my adult girlfriend," and Pam like doesn't correct him.
Yeah, she doesn't. She's like, yeah,
Just like,
it's fine.
okay, yeah, all right, here I am. Um, let's see. The hillbilly son shows up and gets in a fight with Tommy, and Tommy beats the shit out of him again to demonstrate like Tommy was doing some fucking like Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat Street
He
Fighter
was. He was.
rapid punches to the chest and
Yeah, he
fucked him
was
up.
busting out some legit like martial arts shit.
Mostly again just to make Tommy a red herring. But then they're like, all right, geez, all right, you're making a scene, let's get the fuck out. So Pam, Tommy, and Reggie take off, and then Demon's like, okay, good, because these I had some bad enchiladas and they are calling. So I gotta run to the trailer park outhouse.
Hmm.
Um, the girlfriend just like kind of follows and like stands outside.
Yeah, like
Just to
you know he's pooping. Leave him
yeah.
alone.
And it's not like gonna be a good one either, because he said he's like,
Mm-mm.
I'm sick off some old, back of van
Back of
enchiladas and
Vanchiladas.
vanchiladas. Yeah, thank you. She's like, I'll just sing to you a little bit from the outside. And yeah, they just sing to each other for a little bit.
Yeah. Uh, just give the man some privacy. They go back and forth between being like sweet and cute to him being like, "Oh woman, you're gonna get it."
I know. He's finishing up his business, or he hears some rattling and it stops. He goes outside, throat slit, she's dead. Or he finds
Off
her.
screen.
Yeah. And then he comes back inside the outhouse. This was okay. I like the idea of like the spears or the spikes or whatever he was using, like to go
Hmm.
inside the aluminum walls to like stab
Hmm.
him through. Ultimately, with like the machete like right through his chest, like in the back.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay, but
Yeah, that's all right. I like the dynamic of the outhouse.
yeah. So rest in peace, Demon.
Mm.
Sorry, buddy. He's dead. I haven't been counting the deaths so far.
Neither.
All right, back at the Institute. All right, everyone's kind of starting to notice that people have gone missing.
Yeah.
Um, Pam's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go out and find at least Matt, and I think I think there's a guy named George that also works there that Matt went out with. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
George is the grandfather.
No, no, 'cause he's someone different. I
Oh,
think. I don't know. Whatever. Or maybe he is.
because
There's
she says she's looking for George and he pops up dead later.
right, but there's some other person that pops up dead that's not Matt or George. I don't know. Who cares? Extra
Mm.
bodies. Um, Pam's like, I'm gonna go find them. You all stay in the house. Just, lock up, be safe, whatever. Um, then you have again, yeah, back at the hillbilly house with this mom and son. I do like their banter. I
Yeah.
think this is from an earlier scene. She's just like, like, shut up, you big dildo.
Yeah. She calls him a dildo, a fuckwad.
Yeah. It is sad, but pretty funny how she berates him because he does
Yeah.
kind of suck.
Yeah.
But
She
he
calls
like
him ugly.
he comes back like he's fucking Meatloaf in Rocky Horror Picture Show, just circling around, just yelling like, I'm mad, I was emasculated and
Yeah.
and
Acting like a
just
fucking baby.
and she's just like, shut up, stop with the noise, I'm making stew, eat my goddamn stew. And finally the yelling stops. But thank God
Peaceful.
fucking stops. He's obnoxious because
Yeah.
fucking he like turns around a tree. Jason just like holds up an axe or something. Not Jason, fake Jason.
Yeah.
And just chops his head off, decapitates him. So you always get like a dummy head that rolls around.
Yeah, we love a rolling head. We gotta have at
Yeah.
least one per movie.
Yeah, right. The mom gets a cleaver to the face, like through the kitchen window,
Mhm.
falls dead in her stew.
I like that
Bloody,
she
bloody
goes
mama
face
stew.
first into the stew.
Yeah. So, all right, they're dead. Back at the institute, right? Um, Now the kids are starting to be killed off. So like
Hmm.
Jake gets you know, like a cleaver to the head.
Hmm.
Robin, of course, needs to get topless first. And
For no
ki-
reason, just to go to
for,
bed.
yeah. And then of course, like when she goes to bed, right? And she's like, oh, I'm just gonna go to sleep, gets in like her bunk. And then she has to like make sure the blanket is pulled down enough so her boobs are out, like as she sleeps.
No one
Got
would
it?
do that. Anytime you sleep topless, or at least anytime I slept topless, I'm covering. Like the whole point of being topless is that you can cuddle up in a blanket. Like it's not just tits out. It had to
Right?
be
Yeah.
fucking hot as hell.
Yeah. So, and then she kind of gets Kevin Baconed a little bit.
Yes, she definitely gets Kevin Bacon. I thought the same thing. It felt too familiar. Like they had
Yeah.
so many kills, they out of ideas and had to go back.
And it does make more sense when someone's in the top bunk because you can like fit a grown person under there and get like the
Hmm.
leverage, like granted, I think like Mrs. Voorhees was only using like an arrow, but still that's pretty tough to do off a bed that's just like, a single bed that's what a few feet off the ground.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. And I like that they try to give you this like too little too late of, before their kills, you've got Robin and what is his name with the stutter?
Jake. Yeah, his
And
body is in
Jake.
the bed, right?
Yeah, Jake and Robin watching the movie and he's like trying to make a move on her and kind of, say that he likes her and everything. And I'm like, why are we even bothering? What is the point of that?
And I feel bad because she doesn't even answer. She just laughs and
I
keeps laughing at him.
know. She's so mean.
And I felt kind of bad for him because he goes upstairs and you just see like his eyes are welling up and he's like tearing a little
Mhm.
bit.
And he goes to talk
And
to the other girl, and she's not even like having it.
yeah, she's like, I'm fucking vibing in
She's
here.
doing her fucking pop lock robot moves.
I
Like,
love that.
I know.
Um, so they're both dead, and then of course back to Vi, who yeah, just grooving the fuck out. I would have wanted more of this character too. I like
Yes,
her.
absolutely.
Um, I like this song too.
Uh-huh. I
What's
like
it
the
called?
song as well.
His Eyes by Pseudo Echo.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. The music actually is still
Solid.
pretty solid the whole way
Yeah.
through. I think it's good. I
Yeah.
think you had texted me earlier, just like, oh, this movie's tough, but the music bops though.
Yeah, I feel like so far, all of the Friday the 13th, they're fun musically. I like how they have always an opening song. I like the tracks that they play throughout the movie, and then I also like the the musical cues that happen when every time Jason kills someone.
So Reggie wakes up and immediately finds the bodies all piled in Tommy's room, but Tommy nowhere to be found. Pam comes home. He shows her too. And she's like, okay, yeah. Oh, nope. Yep. We got to get the fuck out of here. Everyone's dead. Maybe it would have been a good idea to leave one staff member behind. I don't know. I assume
I
I mean,
know.
To be fair, they're all dead at
Is
this point,
anyone
except for
left?
Pam. Yeah. And then they try to escape the house. They're like, we need to get the fuck out of here. And then finally, we get an actual person dressed as Jason
Mm-hmm.
arriving in this movie. Like what, like an hour in?
Way too late. And you can tell that it's not Jason just by the volume or lack of volume of his body. Like Jason is a pretty big guy. This looks like a regular tall guy, you know?
Yeah, it's because yeah, as soon as you look at him, you're like, no, this is fucking store brand Jason. This ain't fucking Jason.
Yeah, even his ears and his bald head and his neck, like everything looks a little sloppy to the point where you're like, did Roy shave his head? Like,
He has like he wears like a latex thing over his face.
okay, yes, because you can
Yeah.
see on his neck too, there's little pieces that look like they're coming up. And if you were seeing this movie for the first time and you didn't know it wasn't Jason, you'd be like, damn, that was a lazy makeup job that they did on him.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's intentional to hint without giving too much away.
But he's got the mask, he's got the suit, he's got the
Mhm.
machete. Honestly, I wouldn't stand there to get too clear a look at him. I'd just be
Oh
like, oh,
no.
nope,
Clear
get the
enough.
fuck out of here. And still no one can find Tommy. The So Pam and Reggie split up amidst the chaos, because of course you do. Um, and then again, yeah, I think I just remember there's some guy named George. They found him dead in a car. Or maybe that's someone else. No, because George it's someone else they find. Who cares?
Doesn't matter. Another
Maybe it's
body.
one of the deputies. I'm not sure.
Could be.
Um, and they also find Matt dead as well. I think he's got like a spike through his head, like pinned to a tree.
Hmm.
And then you're right, George is the granddad, and he's dead.
Okay.
So all off-screen deaths.
Yeah, everybody's dead.
Yeah. So Pam leads fake Jason, or what do they call it? Like Temu Jason,
Yeah, Temu
maybe?
Jason.
Like we got Jason at home, Jason.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They lead him to a barn, which I'm like, that's Jason's stomping grounds. I've
He
seen
loves a
this
barn.
movie. He lives in the barn the whole fucking
He
time.
fucking loves a barn. And this barn looks so, so similar to, I think, the barn from part two,
Two or three. Whenever
two
he's
or
like,
three.
yeah. It's the one where he's in the barn the whole time. He just lures people to the barn and kills them.
Yeah, yeah. It looks just like that barn.
Yeah. So Pam leads him there. Phony Jason's about to get the upper hand, and then Reggie just fucking drives a tractor bursting out of this barn and runs him over. They're able to escape into the barn. I don't know why you even just keep fucking going. But
Hmm.
Jason gets up, fake Jason gets up and follows him in. And again, you know this isn't Jason because he like looks up and he's like, you can tell he's got like a pretty big wound to his gut, and he
Yeah.
like, and you know, like, oh, okay, this is actually hurting him.
Yeah, he's looking at it like this is bad news. And real Jason would have just powered right through that shit.
Yeah, 100%. You never see Jason wield a chainsaw throughout this entire franchise, or at least up until this point. Don't want to spoil anything.
Hmm.
But Pam comes out strong with the chainsaw at him, and they get some
Yeah.
cuts in. It's pretty good.
Yeah, she's having some final girl action.
I like how and again, like, why call her Pam if there isn't some sort of like it would still be dumb anyway if like it was like connecting her to like Pamela Voorhees or
Yeah.
whatever. But like we've already established, it doesn't take much. I think it was the second one or the third one where like
Hmm.
the child psychologist like just puts on a wig and starts acting like her, and then Jason all of a sudden, granted, I know
Yeah.
it's not Jason, but
They don't
it's
know
not
that.
it's not clear to the audience yet, and yeah, the characters don't know this yet.
Hmm.
I do think it's funny how when the chainsaw dies, um she just fucking throws it at him.
That's well, she's standing there for a while holding it, and I literally said, "Throw that shit, girl!" Before
Yeah.
she throws it. I was like, "Throw it."
Or sometimes it's funny.
Heavy.
I feel like I've seen it in a couple movies where someone runs out of bullets, they just like take the gun and just like throw it at them.
Yeah.
Um, so Jason Light's about to get the upper hand, and then this is when Tommy appears finally.
Finally. So now you know it's not him.
And Tommy's feeling fucked up because he's like, "Oh shit, is this a vision or is this not a vision?" Because I've been seeing this
Yeah.
dude walk around this entire fucking time,
Yeah.
but now I think it's actually a dude coming towards me.
Hmm.
Um, you know, like I said, store brand Jason, they trade some blows. He chases Tommy up the ladder to like the upper deck in this barn because every
Hmm.
barn's got that upper deck where they just put all the hay.
Yeah.
Reggie and Pam try swinging some shit at him, ultimately kind of pushing him off like the top, second deck door of this barn. Um, I guess that's to like, I don't know, maybe,
I don't know.
yeah, I guess it's got like a lift, right? You can like get hay up there that way. I
Hmm.
don't know.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, this is all pretty, you know,
Yeah,
meh,
been there, done
because
that.
yeah. And then conveniently, you've got this like bed of like spikes that are on the ground.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Tries to grab like Reggie and pull him over, but then Tommy comes to the rescue with the axe and like hits, severs like Jason's like wrist a little bit, fake Jason. And then this is when he falls to his death right on those spikes. The mask conveniently flies off as he's falling to his death. Natalie, it's Roy, the paramedic.
The fact that it's Roy is so whack.
So
It's
dumb.
so dumb. Like, if you had any clue that this wasn't Jason and you might suspect that it's someone else, of course you're going to think that it's Tommy. He's missing from the whole movie. Why is he even in this movie? But this reveal of it being Roy, every time, every time I watch this movie, and it's been enough times, I'm like, wait, who the fuck is Roy? And then they have to explain it to you.
And then they cut to some time later at the nearby hospital. Again, yeah, the sheriff arrives and he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we all thought Roy was kind of weird." Yeah, he's kind of
Killed
always been like that.
killed 20 people.
And then we also learned that Roy was Joey's father. Remember Chocolate Fingers Joey.
Yeah.
Um, and he's like, so I'm supposed to believe that he, you know, got his son committed, and that
Mhm.
wasn't enough.
And
M
didn't know him.
made him think that he was an orphan all his life
Hmm.
while working literally like within,
The same
paramedic
town,
distance. Yeah, the same town.
obviously. Like it has to be the same town.
And then you're gonna get mad at everybody else.
You're
I
you're
don't
gonna
know.
go revenge killing for a son that you didn't even pay attention to, didn't even know that you existed.
Would it been that much of a harm? And if anything, like what? Joey was just kind of annoying. That's all. Just had dirty
Yeah.
fingers, you know?
That
So
was enough to commit him.
that was enough. Yeah, so
Honestly, if he was doing that to my white sheets, I'd have him fucking committed too.
yeah. And then again, because they're just like, hey, we need to make this an hour 30. We gotta at least try to make this a movie.
Mm.
They have this extra, this fake out scene at the end where, sweaty Tommy wakes up from his hospital bed. Um, you know, I think like Pam goes to check on him, and he stabs her because he's like holding like a machete like in the bed, but
Hmm.
just kidding, that's a dream. But he wakes up still in the hospital bed and he sees Jason again standing over him, but then he has this like I don't know if this look of like determination or like yeah, I think he's like
Like
finally
he's just
like
facing it.
yeah, but then maybe not because it's like him like accepting Jason or like turning like into Jason. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but they did kind of a similar fake out with Tommy when he was a little boy,
Right.
where he's kind of becomes Jason a little bit.
Yeah. So I guess
Just kind of
maybe,
cosplaying.
yeah. And I guess unless he has a different Jason mask that they like let him have and like neatly put in his little end table,
He put it in
um,
there. Obviously, he carries it with it everywhere he goes.
I guess so.
That
Or
would be
does
my assumption.
Roy, because that wasn't Roy's mask, right? Or I guess he grabs it maybe
No,
after the
Roy
fact.
had the mask that had that little red, like arrow looking thing on the top between the top, like on the eyes. This mask that
It was
Tommy has in the
blue.
drawer has the blue lines like above where the mouth would be.
Okay.
I'm not
So
sure why.
sure. And then,
Yeah.
so Pam actually does in real life go to check on him now. Hears a broken window, thinks that Tommy has escaped through that window, but
Mhm.
nope, Tommy is behind her wearing the Jason mask, ready to kill her. And then that's our movie.
Damn.
Ooh.
And Jason did love breaking a window.
He does love breaking a window. I think he only breaks like one window in
It's
this
not
one.
really him.
Yeah,
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 you know, we've talked about this. Jason wants your home fully renovated. He is
yeah.
gonna break through as many fucking windows as he can.
I love that. Good for him. Yeah. He just really wants to stick it to insurance companies, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our movie, Natalie. Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so. It's a lot of kills and not a lot of payoff for those
Hmm.
kills. Yeah. Do you think that Tommy killed Pam, or do we think that was a dream?
Oh, like a yeah, dream within a dream, additional dream situation. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I mean, I guess, well, I can't say.
Yeah, you
I
can't
really
talk about
can't.
the future.
Yeah, I can't
You
say, but I
can't.
don't know. We'll see what Tommy gets up to after this, if he even
I
shows up again. I don't know.
I hope Pam makes it out okay.
Yeah, I think she probably made it okay. She probably just turned around. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?"
Yeah. And poor Reggie, his grandpa's gone, his brother's gone.
Yeah,
Damn. To be
poor
the next
Reggie.
Tommy.
That would have been fun to see Reggie, if he shows up in a later sequel. Because
Yeah.
he wasn't like an obnoxious child. He was fine as far as kid actors go in these movies.
And he continues to act. We know that. So
Hmm.
he could be in maybe in later movies.
Wait, am I dumb? What's he in?
Well, he's got like headshots as like a 20 something year old.
Oh, I thought yeah, you were just saying like he actually knew stuff that he's in.
Mm-hmm. No, I just mean he's I know that he acted.
Um,
Why not be in another Friday the 13th? They'll never stop making them.
I'm like looking through his. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he hasn't acted in stuff in a long time.
I didn't
Uh,
mean very recently.
he was in. Yeah, he appeared on the E-Child Star special, Geeks, Freaks, and Sidekicks.
Oh,
I should- Yeah. Oh God, he was molested on an episode of Different Strokes. Oh, that's not good.
sad. Yeah.
Oh, well, poor guy. Hey, Shavar Ross. Hey, you know what? As a child actor, you were cool. Hey, I don't know. I don't know about your work now,
Yeah.
but all right, Natalie. What are the taglines for this movie?
Okay. This movie has four taglines.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the one that's a mouthful. The mindless, murderous fury that was buried with Jason has been reborn, and suddenly, terror has become child's play.
What? Has Child's Play come out yet at this point?
That's what I was thinking, and no, it had not. Because
Yeah,
this
that's
is
still a couple
1985.
years. Yeah, so that's still like what, 4 years later, 5 years later for
Yeah,
Ch
so
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a mouthful, like a
It's too
flare
much.
through the skull mouthful.
Yeah, it's like a mouthful of flair.
Yeah.
All right. A new beginning to the first step in terror.
That's too much. Do you just say a new
Just
beginning in
twisty.
terror?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. We don't need steps. Terror is reborn.
It isn't. That
Yeah,
would
I don't
be
know why they're really like clinging to this like resurrection of Jason that isn't an actual resurrection.
right.
Yeah. And I think this one is my favorite. If Jason still haunts you, you're not alone.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Works
one
two
that
it works
makes
two ways. Like you're not the only one that he haunts, but like you're not alone because he's probably there,
yeah.
ready to kill you.
And then at least it doesn't say like Jason's back and he's returned. He's just saying like,
Yeah.
hey, if he still
He's
haunts you,
reborn.
even after his death. All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck, I hear you. Me too.
Yeah. And that's it. That's your taglines.
Wonderful. Um, what's your favorite kill?
Mm. I think the flare to the mouth is the most creative. And I like that you get that glow. Like you kind of can see a glow through the cheeks a little bit.
Oh yeah, it looks great. That's why I was like, just keep on that for just a little bit longer.
I
Yeah.
think that one is my favorite out of creativity, but probably close runner up is Nymphomaniac couple the twisting of that leather band around the tree. That's pretty brutal. I wouldn't want
Yeah.
to die. Either of
Those
those.
those three are the best kills.
Yeah.
Um,
What's your
yeah,
favorite?
yeah, I agree with you. The Flare death, the best one.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just a shame that it's so early because and it's a non-character.
Yeah.
So,
And my backup would be okay, so like yeah, the three best kills are those three, but I
mhm.
will give an honorable mention if there's probably a fourth best kill, it's probably demons, just because the sequence is
The sequence,
kind of fun.
I think that's the best kill sequence.
And I like the character.
I like the character. Even for the short time that he's introduced, he has probably the most character development. Like you understand who this guy is in a really short amount of time.
And how he responds to bad enchiladas.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't
Yeah.
know how everybody else does because
Yeah,
it's
that's
never
the best,
explained.
definitely the best sequence.
Yeah.
hmm Okay, what about
Well,
boo scores? Oh,
yeah.
you have a runner-up sequence?
Well, I mean, I think as a yeah, I just think that yeah, Tina and Eddie's deaths, but her sequence, um,
Betty, that's his name. Thank you.
yeah, yeah, hmm, yeah, yeah, those are all good. What was your question? What am I doing next?
Boo score. Do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. I did not enjoy this movie. I would say the fact that we don't have Jason in the movie wouldn't even be the worst thing if we did it right. Why did it have to be Roy? It couldn't have been Tommy. I think it was fine that they had Tommy as a red herring. It's the only reason why he's in this movie, it feels like. But like, why Roy? He's not a real character in this movie. It could have even been the doctor for some reason. Maybe Joey is his son that he never claimed, you know? I just I think that reveals really, really lame. But also, like we said, you don't see this Jason looking character until the movie is almost over. You're into the third act already. And if we were going to show him ever, why did we wait so long? We could have just shown him the whole time. It just makes no sense to me. There's also so many kills, but a lot of them are off screen. A lot of them are lackluster. The only things I think I really enjoy about this movie would be I enjoy the music, the score. I do enjoy the overall vibe of a Friday the 13th movie, so I'll give it some credit for that. And not remembering some of the later entries, I still am worried that this one is not the worst. So I'm gonna give this one boo, which is my lowest boo score so far for the Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah.
How about you?
I am not gonna go quite that low, but I'm gonna be close.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything you said is true. I think this is definitely the low point so far of these movies. I'm a little worried that the worst is yet to come.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm maybe just to shake it up a little bit. I'm gonna go with four. Just kidding. I'm gonna give this
Hey, I
one and
knew
I'm gonna give this one and a half.
Mm.
Because I think it's still vibes, fine. You uh, and it's not good,
Hmm.
but I still might. What was I? Well, when we were talking about like Pinata, what did I give Pinata? Was that one or one and a half?
You gave it one.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I'll give this one and a half.
Yeah. I I was between a one and a one and a half, but what ultimately made me go down to a one is the lack of Jason. I also think if you're going to cosplay Jason and you know this is a situation where he would be zombified, maybe get a dirtier jumpsuit or, just make it look a little better. Like really really get into it if you're going to try to frame a killer who's dead.
Yeah.
So, I think that that could have been done a little better. Like he just looks, you know, gangly. And one of the scariest things about Jason is just his size and physical might. Whereas this version, Roy, I feel like I could beat Roy up if I needed to.
Hmm.
If it meant me or him, I think I could take Roy.
I think you could.
Yeah, thank you. I think you
Yeah.
could too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I would think I think I could take Roy over Mrs. Voorhees because at least Mrs. Voorhees, there's a little bit of a I don't know, a wiliness to her.
She had way more like vengeful mother rage. Roy is like, oh, now I'm feeling guilt now that my fucking son that I abandoned is dead.
So I got to
Lazy.
kill a fuck ton of innocent people
Mm-hmm.
just because I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really dumb. The whole thing is dumb, but yeah, I'm still gonna give it one and a half.
All right. So, that being said, we need to talk about rankings.
What am I? Let me see. You texted me because you're good at this. Thank
I
you.
can I can read it aloud if you'd like your current ranking.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Mine is four, one, two, three. That's
Oh.
pretty simple. Okay. I am going to go four, one, two, three, and then five. So
Yeah.
five is the worst one. Yeah. Four, one, two, three, five.
Okay.
How about you?
Okay, so my current ranking is a little different than yours for the first half. So mine is one, four, two, three, five. So five is the worst one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far.
So far, we'll
This,
see.
and you know what? I'm not going to spoil anything. The quality of movies, could dip even further. I don't know. But also, again, what I like
Could
about the
go back up.
series is that it's a wavy line, you
It
know?
is. It's the inconsistency of it is almost fun in some ways because it does give you more to talk about.
Well, and that's what I like about, some of the franchises we've been choosing. And I think also, intentionally, because I don't think it's as fun if we just do the first one, it's great, and then the scores get worse and worse and worse as
Hmm.
it goes. And that is the case for a lot of horror franchises.
For
But I
sure.
think we've been specifically picking ones that, are our favorites, but I think are also our favorites because it's like, you know what? Fuck, part four is the fucking best one, for me so far with
Yeah.
both Nightmare and Friday.
Hmm.
Um, so, or at least, not four is very, very well regarded for me for Nightmare. But listen to that episode. But so, so I think it's really also just to help our audience know, like, you can keep listening to these because don't worry, they're not all terrible. I mean, they all
Yeah.
kind of are in their fun way, but there's there are still high points yet to come, I
Well,
believe.
and I think what I've learned with us going through this franchise every Friday the 13th rather than month to month or even just marathoning these movies, because I know both of us have done a few Friday the 13th marathons where we just watch them back to back to back. I enjoy them way more spread out watching them rather than when I try to power through the whole franchise because it can get a little bit repetitive. Even the ones that I like, they lose, it just kind of loses steam if you watch them back to back to back. I think if you do spread them out a little bit, even by a month, because I know as horror fans, we love a good marathon. We love to fly through a franchise, but just take it slow. Enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey. And I think you'll enjoy these movies more because this has been my favorite run through this franchise so far, even
Love
with
that.
this one that I didn't particularly enjoy. But I definitely am enjoying it more. And I've been reflecting more on Jason's behaviors and things that he likes and ways that
His
he
dislikes
kills,
makes me
weapons of
tick.
choice. Yeah, like even though he's a non-speaking character, I think Jason is more interesting than Michael Myers.
Wow, man, didn't think
Is that a
that
hot take?
it's just Michael Myers catching strays.
I know.
Yeah.
Not saying that Halloween is the worst franchise of the two, but I do think that Jason is more fun.
I Ooh, I don't know. I might say that as far as like overall quality of movies, but it's one of those things where like I think there's a reason why we haven't done Halloween yet for our
Yeah.
franchise series,
Mm-hmm.
but also there's a reason one of our first three episodes was like, let's do H2O, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So look, we love them all a little
we
differently in
we
different
make
ways.
we make our own rules here.
Yeah. Damn, time to hang up the hockey mask and get on our way. The nice thing is that we don't have to wait so long for the next
It's
one.
the hockey mask isn't even gonna collect dust. It'll
Yeah.
be such a short amount of time. So we'll be
Yeah.
right back at it next month.
The worm slime won't even dry by the time that we're back at it.
I love the worms coming out of the eyes on the mask. We didn't talk about that. It's
Always
fun.
love that.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Take care. And just, fucking white sheets, man. Like wash your goddamn hands. Like Joey, I'm not saying you deserve to die, but
But
if I had to pick anyone to deserve to die in that group, it
yeah.
might have been Joey. I don't know.
I
Like,
mean maybe Vic.
yeah, I
And
guess,
he's
yeah,
their
maybe Vic
survivor.
first. Yeah, ironically, right?
Yep.
Like, I was hoping that you would get the reveal before, Roy dies. You'd pull off the mask during the fight and you see it's Roy, and
Your
he's like,
monologue.
get his monologue. Joey's my son. And then Pam, who's like the counselor, would be like, no, 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 no. You don't understand. You don't understand. Joey sucked.
Yeah.
Like,
He got chocolate on white sheets and Rue would be like, "Oh
yeah.
my God, I am
Oh
so
my.
sorry.
He's
I
like,
killed all those people for nothing."
and you know me, I love being clean. Even when pretending to be Jason, I need a very clean outfit. Are you telling me he got chocolate on white sheets? Oh, get the fuck out of
That were
here.
freshly cleaned?
Oh my God. Oh, what have I done? What all these innocent people? Oh no.
Just
Um, so just wash your fucking hands, dude. And just also like you got a wrapper. If you're eating it out of the wrapper, how are you getting all this chocolate on your fucking hands?
uh
Dude,
yeah, that's the whole point of eating it from the wrapper, which I don't like doing and I don't encourage, but if you're a messy eater, yeah, use the wrapper.
do you take the whole candy bar out of the wrapper and just
I
just raw
I,
dog
sh
it? Just
I sure do. I
yeah.
sure do.
Oh, geez, right out of the sheath and
Well,
just
okay,
right
I'm
at
not
it.
sitting having a full-on conversation like fucking Joey trying to help people do laundry. When I have a candy bar, I'm into it. Like, I'm committed to this candy bar. I'm taking it out of the wrapper, I'm undressing it, and I am just, it's done.
Just, just slutty little Milky Way.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Take care. We'll see you. We'll see you soon, but also we'll see you next Friday the 13th. Three, two, one, ghost.
Thanks for listening to our episode on Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. If you enjoyed this episode, you could subscribe to our podcast and leave a 5 boo review on whichever platform you choose to listen. You can find us on Instagram at 321 Ghost Pod and give us a follow. We would love to hear your Friday franchise rankings. Follow us on Letterboxd at 321 Ghost Pod to see our boo scores on all of the movies we've covered so far. We're taking a break next week, but we'll be closing out the month with 2024's Smile 2. Thanks again for listening, and have a happy Friday the 13th. 3, 2, 1, Ghost.